Hey guys, it's Coach James Maggs here with Rockstar. We're here today to check out this single family bungalow that we're converting into 3 units. So let's go inside and check it out. All right, so this one, my client here is a first-time investor, and for their first project, they decided to pick up this single-family bungalow. It's really difficult to find cash flow in today's market, and so we were looking for a kind of unique project, and this one really hits it off. It's going to be amazing cash flow once all is said and done, and so we're going to take you through each of the units, kind of walk you through what the plan is for all of it, and we'll walk you through all the numbers when we're finished. All right, let's go inside and check it out. So we got your traditional 1,000 square foot bungalow here. We're on the Hamilton Mountain. This unit was pretty much fully done as is when we bought it. It was owner occupied. They kept it in really good shape. They had lived here for a number of years. The only thing that we had to add is we added some laundry over here. So this is going to be the dedicated laundry for the upper unit. And then we've sealed off the side, which is going to be the basement entrance for the other units that we're going to walk you through. And pretty much everything up here is turnkey. So we got the original hardwood floors, which we're going to clean up nice. Good windows, good roof, good electrical, good plumbing. Like I said, it's 3 bedrooms, good bathroom, decent kitchen. We'll kind of take you a look. We'll show you a little bit more of the details. And we're expecting to rent this for anywhere between $2,400 and $2,600. $2,400 is around the market average, but we've got it listed a little bit higher. We're trying to push the kind of upper ends of that market rents, as we're seeing pretty high rent appreciation year over year over the last few years. So it'll be nice if we could get it for a couple $100 more a month for this investor. All right, so we've got the garage here. Originally, this was the only access to the dedicated side entrance, which leads into the kitchen and the main unit. And if you walk up, I can show you how we've sealed this off to separate the upper unit from the basement. So that's that original kitchen floor that you saw. We've added the drywall here, which is going to have Type X fire-rated drywall, as well as rock sole insulation to give a sound barrier as well as a fire barrier. And this is going to be the dedicated entrance for the basement tenants. So we'll take you downstairs and we can show you the rest of the unit. All right, so we're in the basement unit. It's a really big mess right now. So you're gonna have to use a little bit of your imagination to kind of see what it's gonna look like when it's all said and done. But it's neat to see kind of the middle of the project when things are ripped apart, so you can really get a good look at what the construction process looks like. So as you can see, we've got a little bit of the concrete flooring has been ripped up. That's to make room for a lot of the plumbing stacks. We're gonna have the laundry that's gonna go here for this dedicated unit. There was actually laundry already there, but it was for the other side, which we'll show you after. But some of the other features that we liked about this property, we do have a larger water line. It's got 3/4 inch copper, which we need for the good water pressure to service all of the units. There's a backflow preventer, nice high ceilings. Standard ceiling height that you need for basement units is actually quite a bit lower than this. So we've got tons of headroom, which makes the units feel a lot bigger. And so the layout of this is going to be living room here. We're going to have a kitchen over here. This was actually the location for the old bathroom. As you can see, they've dug it all up and done all the new plumbing. Started framing in for the new bathroom. We've got the existing service room, which has all the mechanicals, which is the hot water tank, the furnace, high efficiency furnace, which goes through here. Trying to keep this room as small as possible in order to maximize the square footage of the actual unit. And we were able to get a solid, we're a 10 by 12 bedroom in here. We're looking at changing one of these windows into an egress window. So this unit will have an egress window there. We're gonna have the stairs as the secondary means of egress there. And we've built in a small closet over here on this side. So really has everything that you would need for a really good basement unit. And typically what we're doing in a lot of these basements is just the 2 units. And this would be, a 2-bedroom basement apartment. But in this one, like we said, we're managing to split it into 3 to maximize cash flow. It's going to be 2 1-bedroom basement units in this entire unit for the total of 3 units in the house. All right, so I know what you're thinking. We said that there's 3 units in this house and we're kind of in this mess of unit number 2. So let's show you unit number 3 and what's behind door number 1 here. So this is the fully finished unit that was in the house when it was purchased. It's not a legal secondary unit yet. It was technically considered an in-law suite, so we're turning that into 3 legal units with permits from the city. But as you can see, it's got a nice big bathroom back here. This is going to be where this laundry is going to be replaced. We've got an open concept kitchen over here with modern cupboards. The current owner had already installed egress windows, so we've got a huge egress window and window well over here in the kitchen. the separate entrance on the side here, a means of egress, which gets you out on the side of the house, and then a nice big bedroom on the other side here that has another egress window in it. So this is a fully self-contained 1-bedroom unit, and it's going to mirror the 1-bedroom unit that we're going to be building on the other side. So from 1 unit into 3 units, all under the same roof in order to maximize cash flow. Okay, so I want to shed a little bit of light on how unique a project like this is. Normally in the past, 5-6 years that we've been doing conversions from 1 unit into multiple units, the most we've been able to do is 1 to 2. So normally we take the bungalow that's around 1,000 square feet, 3 bedrooms upstairs, and we turn it into a 2-bedroom basement apartment, and you've got a duplex. The way that this was set up was uniquely situated so that we could turn it into 3 units. It's fully split down the middle already, and in a lot of times the layout really just isn't functional for us to be able to do that. Whether it's HVAC is in the way, or a beam is in the way, or supporting posts is in the way, so we really can't do a true 50-50 split of the basement into 2 separate units. And so the fact that the existing homeowner that we bought the house off had already done that, already installed these egress windows, and already has this separate walk-up, made it so that it was more cost effective, and it made sense for us to turn it into the 3 units. Otherwise, trying to take a bungalow that didn't have this already set up, you're probably paying a little bit too much in order to make it cost effective to do 3 units and have the type of return on investment and cash flow that you're looking for. All right, so let's talk about some numbers. It's usually most people's most exciting part, and the most exciting part for me when we're going over them with our clients. And so for something like this, that we've got the 3-bedroom upper unit, and those we are seeing getting rented out for between $2,400 and $2,600 a month. We're trying to push for $2,600 on the upper end on this one. And this one's a little bit unique with the 2 1-bedroom units in the basement, but we're targeting around $1,500 a unit. It's probably a little bit low. We might even push to get a little bit higher as we get these finished and on MLS, listed for rent. But if you're conservative, we're probably looking at $3,000 for the basement and about $2,500 upstairs. So you're looking about $5,500 total rental income for all 3 units. Now this investor is going to be splitting the utilities between all of the tenants. So 60% for the upstairs, and then splitting the other 40% 20/20 with the 2 basement units. So they're going to minimize their costs on utilities. We're looking at something like this. We purchased for just over $700,000. We were $715,000 with this kind of 2nd unit in-law suite already in place. So we managed to get a good deal. We were in competition, which in kind of this market is a little bit rare. And I think it was because of the extra income potential for this existing unit. And after home inspection, we were able to negotiate down a little bit on the price. So all in, we were $715,000 for the purchase. Now we're budgeting at about $100,000 for the renovation on the other side. That includes permits, that includes electrical, that includes plumbing, and all the finishing project, floors, walls, insulation, all that stuff. So all in cost for all these 3 units is the $715,000 plus the $100,000 in renos. You're in about $815,000. And then so from a cash flow standpoint, if you're looking at just from a purchase price, $715,000, what that mortgage looks like when you take away all of the expenses and you had that $5,600 to $5,500 worth of rent, you're looking at about $1,500 a month positive cash flow. And that's factoring in today's interest rates, which we are starting to see come on a decline. And as they get lower, we should see that cash flow kind of increase over the next 6 to 12 months. All right, so I said about $1,500 a month in cash flow, which for people that maybe aren't investors, you might think that's a normal number, but let me tell you, that's something that it's really, really not difficult to find, but you have to be very creative in order to come up with those numbers. A lot of investors, when they're looking at just the duplex conversions, we're looking at maybe $400 to $500 a month in positive cash flow. And that's actually a home run in terms of a good property investment. So if you're able to add an extra $1,000 to that monthly cash flow for almost the same cost, it's one of those kind of unicorn properties that everyone should be looking for. Much harder to find, but when you get one, it's going to be a home run and something that you're going to hold on to as a good investment for the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years. All right, so I hope you enjoyed that tour and the analysis we've done on this property. You can now book a one-on-one strategy session with a rockstar coach like myself directly by using one of the links below, where you can sit down and review not only your financial goals, but your personal goals to make sure that they're in alignment and help you get to wherever it is that you want to go. So click the booking link in the description below to book your one-on-one strategy session today. Until next time, your life, your terms.